Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome, welcome, welcome. What's up, Atlanta Bird Gang? Your boy Toddy checking in, checking in, checking in. Right after the Commanders versus Falcons game, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna do our player grades today, and talk a little bit about the fan reaction to Coach Arthur Smith's play calling. Also, y'all, if my I don't know what's going on with StreamYard. Like the internet keeps jumping in and out. Like it's telling me that the internet signal isn't strong, but I got all the bars on my regular Wi-Fi here, so y'all bear with me. Hopefully this isn't too problematic as we go through this right here. But if it starts to freeze or something like that, just bear with me. It'll come right back. But how we feeling, man? Over 24 hours later, 24 hours after our game yesterday against the Commanders. How we feeling, man? How everybody feeling, man? You know what I'm saying? Talk to me, let me know how you feeling. How you feeling about the game, man? You know, we're gonna come here and we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Of course, we'll speak a little bit also on the hot topic of today, which is the fans' reaction to Coach Arthur Smith's goal line play calling. What's up, Johnson's man? The internet is screwed up today. Y'all know what's going on, man. Like I'm looking at the bars on my Wi-Fi internet, like on a laptop. I got a whole full set of bars, and like StreamYard got its own set of bars, and it's jumping between one and two bars. So that lets me know the signal is real weak or real low. I don't know. Maybe I should have maybe reset my computer when I did this, but I don't think it's my laptop. I don't know. I don't know why the signal's so weak. I have no idea. Maybe I'll reset my what you call that thing? The router. Maybe I'll reset my router um later on tonight. But anyway, let's get to it. As long as we're here, we are here. We are here. What's happening, everybody? Checking in. We got Winston Thorne checking in. The chat isn't open on YouTube. I wonder why. So we just having all kind of technical difficulties today. Thanks for letting me know, man. Let me go over there and see what's going on. Let me see. I wonder why. Try it now, Winston. Cause I see it from my side. Do me a favor and go there now and try it. Cause it's showing that it's up on my side. What's happening, David? How you doing today, bro? Says still sucks, but it's on the Pittsburgh. It's on the Pittsburgh, yes, sir. Definitely on the Pittsburgh. Uh, Next week said Art Smith couldn't hold his head up during the post game conference. Yeah, yeah, man. That was very noticeable. Um, I actually spoke on that. I did a video on the YouTube channel, and I spoke on that a little bit, man. And like, if you want people that read body language, man, it's almost like he knew he screwed up and couldn't or didn't want to face the music. You know, he just kept holding his head. It was funny, but it wasn't funny. It just I don't know, man. Arthur is stubborn. He's stubborn. And when I say stubborn, man, I'm not saying that like that's a bad trait or nothing. You know, but he's stubborn. You can see that press conference told us a lot, man. It told us a lot. Uncle Steve checking in. What's going on today, Steve? I watched you and also Smitty while I was in the gym, man. Your boy went overtime on Thanksgiving, man. So I figured, man, I better go in the gym and try to work some of these Thanksgiving festivities off. But I was listening to you and Smitty while I did my workout, which is why I'm a little bit late coming on today. And y'all make sure to check out Uncle Steve on Uncle Steve's Sports Lounge on YouTube. Also, Steve says no, StreamYard was weird for me too. Same exact scenario you said. Yeah, so I guess it's a StreamYard issue then. Because you just keep jumping from one bar to no bars. And I know that means on the people's side that's watching it, that probably means that screen is freezing. So maybe they doing some updating or something. I don't know what it is because I normally don't never have any problems with it. And like I said, I'm looking at my own personal bars, and I got like full bars. I mean, they're not moving at all. So my internet connection is strong. But anyway, we'll push y'all. I'm here. Hey to everyone that got me blocked. It's still love, fam. Who is that? Who said that? It just comes up at Facebook user on my side. So who got Facebook user blocked? When it says it's open, but there isn't a comment box. Man, that's weird. Let me see if I can comment. I don't know, man. It's like this was just technical difficulties all day today. Guess it's just one of these Mondays, huh? Let me see if I can comment. Let's see. I'm just gonna type in test. See if it pop up. Yeah, there go my comment right there, Winston. You sure it's not your on your side on your internet? If anybody else is looking on YouTube, are you having any problems with the comment box? But it's showing on my side, and then again, I am looking at it from kind of like the back end. So what I see may not be what you see, but it looks as normal. Good coach, but stubborn for sure. Yeah, he's stubborn, man. He's definitely stubborn, definitely stubborn. David says, watch the presser this morning, shaking my head, just admit it was a bad call at that moment. Yeah, man, that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do, man. I mean, you ain't got to have no long soliloquy about it. You ain't got to apologize to the players or the fans or the owners. Just say, hey, I got to do a better job at play calling at certain points of the game. I accept a good bit of the responsibility of that game. Move on. You know, we ain't asking for no apology or nothing, but sometimes you just gotta show you can be accountable. I've seen plenty. I've seen a few times this year, early in the year, with Marcus Mariota. Mariota. Somebody told me I'd be pronouncing it wrong, so let me try to be proper. Mariota. I seen few instances this year where Mariota accepted responsibilities, like against the Aints in Week 1. There was debate on who was at fault on that handoff when we fumbled the handoff. He went right up to the podium and said, "Hey, that's on me. That ain't on the running back. That's on me." And sometimes the coach has got to be willing to stand up and say, "That's on me," and that's a trait of being a good, prudent leader. Accepting responsibility, man. You just can't be all we did. I don't care if you like it, the play was there. Man, you just being stubborn, man. Come on, man. Come out of that. But we still around with you, Arthur. But hey, that was not a good play call in that situation. Um say so bro, I will to do what? What you talking about? Wednesday I sent you a screenshot. Let me see. I don't know what it is, bro. I have no idea. Welcome to live chat. Remember to go ahead. I don't know. I have no idea why it's not coming up, man. I have no idea. I'm gonna see if I can do it. Let's look at something in the background while I talk. But yeah, the big news of today so far has been fan reaction of the play call from Arthur Smith. That has been the trending topic in Falconville. And I will reiterate, man. In that situation, that's just a terrible play call, man. It's just a terrible play call in that situation. To me, as a coach, you want to put your players and your team in the best position to win the game, and I just felt like Arthur failed his players in that at that point yesterday. And how we do every Monday, especially after we lose in ABG. We going back and forth. Here's my opinion. Here's my opinion. My opinion is right. Your opinion is wrong. You know, um, it was the right call. It wasn't the right call. Just a variance of different opinions um, in our group, outside of our group. Like I'm sure you do. I I I talk about the Falcons inside of our Facebook group and also outside of Facebook group, um, amongst family and friends. And from what I gather so far today, I would say probably about 90% of the people I've encountered say that was a bad play call in that situation. There is that 10% out there, that say it was a good play call. Ain't got no problem with it, Um, but now I say about a good 90% of people just saying like, "Hey man, that was a bad play call. Like that wasn't it. That was not it." And for me, it was a bad play call for numerous reasons. As many of us has already stated, we had all of our timeouts. They didn't have all their timeouts, so throwing the ball there on second down, even if you score, they still got a good amount of time to come back and kick the field goal to win the game. So that's one aspect that make you leaning on a run and say, well, if we don't score, Coach Smith, I'm assuming you would have probably been thinking, well, if we don't score, we can just go ahead and bleed out this clock. And that way, when we do score, they ain't got no time to come back and kick a field goal on us, because we gotta be honest, that's our defense, you know. And then the run game was working. I mean, at that point in time, we were just popping off runs. We was just popping off runs. Somebody Facebook user says, Tyler, what do you think about tackling yesterday? I think it was terrible. I think early in the game the tackling wasn't all that great, but I would say like later parts of the second half, I think the tackling was much better by the Atlanta Falcons. First half, not so much, but I think they did a much better job second half. Facebook user says, but regardless, he should have run the effing ball. Bad play call. Yeah, man. I mean, it's just situational awareness. Like, I can understand if it's fourth down and you've ran three times already and you didn't make it. Okay, let's try something else. We need to get in, so let's try a pass. But it's only second down at the 4-yard line. Just bad situational play calling, man. And I don't want people to hear the other side of the coin on how I feel about it. If it was fourth and eight, no, fourth and goal at the 8-yard line. If it was fourth and goal at the 8-yard line, and we ran the ball in that situation, I would be saying that was a dumb play call at that time because we should have passed. The situation calls for you to pass the ball fourth and goal at the 8-yard line, not run it. Not run it. Even though, yeah, you got a great running game. But no, you need to pass the ball now because you need 8 yards and you only got one. It's fourth down already. So it's situational. And I think that's the point a lot of people who are defending this are missing. Situational play calling. I'll give you something else. Super Bowl. On paper, it wasn't a bad play call when we stepped back to throw the ball. Taylor Gabriel was open. Go back and watch it. Gabriel was open. Taylor Gabriel was open. If Freeman blocked that guy, in all likelihood, it's probably going to be a very long gain or a touchdown. But the situation didn't cause for you. That situation didn't call for you to be passing the ball. You should have been running. Situational coaching. Situations matter. That's my alarm, y'all. I set an alarm so I can get to the player grade so I don't forget this week. So I need to finish this up. But situations matter. We should have been running the ball at that point in time in the Super Bowl. Because see what happens when you passing compared to running, there are way more moving parts when it comes to passing the ball. And when I say there are way more moving parts, there's a lot more that could go wrong when you pass the ball. Going back to the Super Bowl analogy, Freeman not blocking this guy, mess up the whole play. Well, suppose you just hand the ball off to somebody, you only really got to worry about one thing, getting the snap off and holding on to the ball. But when you passing, you got to worry about getting sacked. You gotta worry about somebody not blocking. You got to worry about the quarterback getting sacked and him fumbling, like we saw in the Super Bowl. You got to worry about throwing an interception, like we did yesterday. It's so many moving parts when you pass football, as opposed to just hand the ball off. Say, hey, dude, don't fumble this effing ball, bro. So many moving parts. I think some people defend the play call because they feel like they got to. Like deep down inside, they know, like, man, that was a bad play call. But I think some people feel like they got to defend the play call because they feel like they got to defend Arthur Smith. I feel like some people are on that side of the fence. And I feel like some people defend the play call because they just like to be contrarian. Whatever's popular, they're going to go against the grain just to be contrarian. But I don't see how nobody can get on the internet and type and defend that call yesterday in that situation. Odd to me. And another thing, I'm going to get to the player grades, y'all. I'm not going to forget. I promise. I just want to make one more point and we'll move on to the grades. Another thing, I'm going to tell y'all what I really was hearing online since the play happened, right? The people who was defending the call.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
My bad, my Google Assistant went off. The people who was defending the call, this is what they was. This is what I saw quite a bit too from the defenders. Oh man, well boy, they had schemed to stop the run there on second down, man. They knew they just knew he was gonna run, so they schemed to stop the run, man. They had 98 people in the box. They were sitting there ready for the run. They schemed to stop the run. So throwing the pass, that was the right play call. They schemed to stop the run. That's what people were saying. They schemed to stop the run. That's what people were saying. Oh man, they schemed to stop the run, man. Patterson was open because they schemed to stop the run, so Patterson was wide open. So you know what I did? I said, let me go look at something. Because knowing what I know about us and how the NFL works, they gonna scheme. They've been scheming to stop the Falcons from running since week 3, right? And we like it, what, week 13 now? So since week 3, it's been out that the Falcons love to run the ball and they can run the ball. Teams have been scheming since week 3 to stop us from running the ball. What else is new? Just like trying to stop Jordan from putting up 30 on you in 1991. Good luck. They've been trying to stop us from running the ball for 92% of the season. Good luck. We still the number 2 rushing team in the NFL, and everybody know we're going to run. Good luck. Everybody know we're going to run the ball. And that's no secret. Yeah, they schemed to stop us from running the ball, man. Patterson was open. So, I want to show y'all something, right? Can y'all see that? I hope y'all can see that. Can y'all see that? I'm looking at the chat. Can somebody tell me how many people they see in the box trying to stop the run? I'm looking at the chat. Can y'all see that? Can somebody just type how many people you see in the box? Excuse my little ring camera that's coming up there too. Can y'all see how many people is in that box? Can y'all see that? Well, somebody do me a favor and type in the chat how many people you see up there in the box to stop the run. Just do me a favor. Please just type how many men do you see in this box for Washington to stop the run? Can somebody do me a favor? Okay, thank y'all for answering. David says 8. Facebook user says 9. Facebook user says 8 with the corner sneaking up. The corner is cheating. The corner is cheating. Corner like, man, these boys ain't finna throw the ball. They finna keep running on us. I'm tired. We need to win the game. Facebook user say 9. Winston says 8. 8 men in the box. Facebook user says 9. So it's fair to say they scheming to stop the run. Now, now this is the last play. This is the last drive on the game. Y'all want to tell you how many yards we gained rushing on this play? Let me tell you how many yards we gained with them having 8, 9 men in the box. With them having 8 or 9 men in the box, as y'all see. Y'all want to tell you how many yards we gained? Patterson ran the ball for 5 yards. With them having 8 to 9 men in the box. Patterson had a 5-yard gain. What's up there for days? What's up, PK? How you doing? Patterson ran the ball for 5 yards. Let me show y'all something else. Don't go nowhere. I got some more. I got some more receipts here. I need y'all to see. Don't move. Don't go nowhere. Hold on before you go to the refrigerator. Use the bathroom. Just stay where you at. Don't move a muscle. Don't move a muscle. Do not move a muscle. I got another one for you. Can somebody tell me how many men you see in the box for Washington? Excuse that ring camera. How many men do y'all see in the box? I'm trying. Okay, there we go. How many men do you see in the box for Washington? Somebody please type it in the chat. How many men for the Commanders do you see playing to stop the run up in the box? Somebody please type that in the chat for you, boy. Do your boy a huge favor. How many people do you see playing up in the box to stop the run? Please type that in the chat. Let me come up a little bit. Type in the chat for you, boy. How many guys do you see? Let's see. Let's see what we got. What's up, Travis? Travis says 8. Facebook user said, let's tell you how you know it's a F up. Even Washington fans, that was a dumb. Yeah, even they fans like, boy, y'all was silly in Atlanta. Why y'all passing? David says 9 in the box. Facebook user says 9 in the box. PK says 9 in the box. Chuck Champ says it was 9 in the box. What's up, Chuck? Facebook user said 9 in the box. Facebook user says 9 in the box. So everybody's in agreement. Hey, they got 9 people in the box. They are scheming to stop the run. Anybody want to guess how many yards we gained rushing? I'll give you a hint. Algier ran the ball. So with them having 9 guys in the box to stop the run, this is the 4th quarter. Mind you, the last drive of the game. They got 9 men in the box. Does anybody remember how many yards Algier had? What's up, Eric? Eric says 9 in the box. Tyler Algier, with them having 9 guys in the box, Algier still gained 6 yards. With them playing to stop us, he still had a 6-yard gain. My bad, y'all. Algier still picked up 6 yards, man. I got one more. I just got one more. For everybody who's saying they were scheming to stop the run, so that was a smart play. Okay, cool. All right. Now, this one gonna really mess y'all up. This one is really gonna mess y'all up. How many men are in the box? How many guys are in the box, y'all? Can somebody please just do your boy a favor? How many guys do y'all see in the box? How many in the box right now? How many are in the box? Look how tight they is, bro. They know we running. They know we running. Scheming to stop the run. How many do y'all see in the box right now? Count them. Look at that, man. They damn near in goal defense already. Super tight. They're damn near in goal line already, bro. It's not 4th down. Look at them. And we're not even at the goal line. Y'all see we're on the other side of the 10. How many men in that box, y'all? How many men in the box? Can somebody tell me how many men are in the box? David Starr says 10. Thank you. PK, everybody in the box. Thank you, PK. Chuck says the whole damn. Thank you. The whole defense is in the box. The whole defense. He did, Scooter. What's up, Scooter? Facebook user says 10. Thank you. Facebook user 10. Right. Winston, 10. Right. Eric, 10. Right. Facebook user 9 or 10. Right. Y'all want to know how many yards we gained rushing on that play? I give you a hint. Cordero Patterson ran the ball. Patterson picked up like 8 or 9 yards on that play. And they got 10 men in the box. Like Chuck said, they damn near had the whole team in the box. We still knocking them off for like 9-yard gain, bro. And if Patterson wanted to put his shoulder down, he might could have got another yard. So when people say, oh, they scheming to start the run, man, come on. Just admit Coach Smith, it was a bad play call. Just admit it. It's cool. It's cool. Now, this, I want to just show y'all. Now, y'all, we just looked at three still shots, 3 screenshots. Them having 8, 9, 10 guys in the box, right? This is the last play where the interception was thrown. This is actually the easiest set that we've seen to run the ball. You see how far apart they are right here? This is the play that was the interception was actually thrown. This is the easiest defense in regards to us being able to run on that we seen on that drive. Something about that play gave them the idea that we might actually pass. Look at them. They're more spread out now. They're not bunched up. They're not bunched up together like they were on this play. Y'all see the difference? Look at that. You see they're giving us a little more breathing room. So it's way more easy to run the ball on that defense. So, it's just... Hey, we still around with Coach Smith, but hey, it's okay to say he messed up. He made a mistake. It's cool. It's cool. Ain't none of us perfect. It's cool to call a spade and just, hey, Coach messed up on that play. It's cool. What's up, Big Mike? How's it going? Brian says, I was always taught by my coach in high school, it don't matter what the other team put in the box, we're going to keep hitting it. Thank you. Don't matter what they do. You got to stop us. That's how, man, boy. What's up, Brian? We're going to keep hitting you. Y'all got to stop this freight train that's going to keep coming at y'all. We don't care what y'all do. Y'all got to stop us. Y'all got to stop us. PK's, how many yards did we average per yard in the fourth? A lot, bro. We was knocking them off. We were knocking them off. And they were tired. When I went back and watched the game, I'm saying, hey, boy, and it went hot out there. Summertime over. They in Maryland. They had you could see it. You could see them breathing hard out there laying for. And Algier and Patterson just bringing that thunder to them. Just keep pounding them. Don't let them off the hook. We let them off the hook. That's what was frustrated about it. We let them off the hook. Even if we run 4 straight times and they stop us, you tip your hat to them. Hey, y'all the better team. But we didn't. We was kind of robbed of that opportunity. Let me go to the player grades because I said I wasn't gonna do no rambling today, and I already past my time. I need to go ahead and do the player grades. David says make them submit the object. David, they were ready, bro. David, go back and watch that last 5 minutes. Them boys were tired. Buddy who tipped the pass, that was desperation, man. That would even on the first down play, the missed tackle on Mariota, they were tired. First quarter, that dude bring Mariota down, and I'm not trying to take nothing from Mariota, but you had a tired defense out there. That's when you start missing tackles and breaking tackles, when your defense is tired. Man, let's get to the player grades, man, because I'll be here another hour and a half on this. But If you encounter anybody else and they start talking that they were scheming to stop the run, we just saw. We just saw the deal. They schemed to stop the run the entire game. So what? We still bust them up for 170 yards rushing, and we averaged 5.8 yards per carry. Even the arithmetic says you should run the ball in that situation. Even the math tells you the analytical part of the math says you need to run the ball here. Your chances are way greater to win by running than it is by passing. Let me go to the grades. Let me go to the grades. Let's go to the grades. Because, like y'all know me, I just keep rambling about this, and we won't even do the grades. And I said I'm gonna do the grades today. John Harris got on me, say, "Hey man, get back to the damn grades, man. You just been on one lately. Get to the grades." So let's go to the grades. Let's start off with defense like we always do. Um, and for anybody who may be um, new to this, Rusty said he came to bang. What's happening, Rusty? PK says everything is broke. Travis says if it ain't broke, don't fix it if it's not broke. Um, yeah, for those of you who may be new, what we do after every game when I ain't on here rambling on my soapbox. Every day after we have a game, we grade our players, kind of like our own PFF grading. We grade them on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being the absolute worst. Son, you trash, you garbage. How did you even get into the NFL? Don't come back to practice tomorrow. Leave your helmet and shoulder pads in the locker room. We'll holler. 0, 10, absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. You can't play no better. So that's what we do, 0 to 10. We're gonna start off with our defense, y'all. So let's go. Back to the player grades. Who shall we start with today? Let's start off with let's start off with the rookie. Let's start off with old Troy Anderson. Let's start off with our rookie today. Let me get y'all Troy Anderson stats real quick. Troy had a total of 5 tackles. He had 3 assists. Troy had 2 solo tackles. So again, we are grading Troy Anderson, and Troy Anderson also had a tackle for loss. So do include that in your grade. Troy had 1 tackle for loss. Troy Anderson had a total of 5 tackles, 3 assists, 2 solo tackles. So I will ask of you, what is your grade for Troy Anderson today on the scale of 0 to 10? Winston Thorne gives him a 7. David Stark gives him a 7. Rusty Moore says, I like Arthur, but you can't preach accountability to the team, but have it be a different story when it comes to you. That cornership would lose you the locker room. You're right. You're absolutely right. And that's why I say that's one of the traits of just being a prudent, good leader. You're absolutely right, Rusty. Eric Parker says an 8. PK gives him an 8. Daniel, there go Daniel being a notorious tough judge. What's happening with you, Daniel? How you doing, bro? 5. Boy got ran up about Logan Tucker. Yeah, Logan did drop that helmet to him. I can't even lie. Logan put that dog on him, boy. I was like, damn, get up, Troy. Scooter 8 got ran over by Logan, but that's a big boy. Yeah, Logan is a big guy to bring it down, man. That's a big load. So any other grades for Troy Anderson? Any other grades for Troy Anderson? Russ says repeat those stats again real fast. Yes, sir. We're grading Troy Anderson, who had 1 tackle for loss, 5 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, and 3 assists. He assisted on 3 tackles. So any other grades coming in for our guy Troy? Okay, so let's go ahead and tally the votes here. Let's see, 7, 7. Russell gives him a 6.5. What's up, Clayton? Gives him a 6. Troy is about a 7.2, 7.3. 7.2, 7.3. That's good, Pretty good, good. However you want to define that word or words. Good to pretty good. Could be better. Pretty good game. We didn't see nothing that stood out that upset us or make us really demerit you. So keep improving, Troy Anderson. Keep improving. Keep improving. Let's go to our next guy here. Let's see who we're gonna go with next. Let's see who got put up some stats. Let's go with our guy Richie Grant. We're gonna go with Richie Grant. Richie Grant total 6 tackles, 2 solo tackles, no interceptions, no passes deflected or anything of that nature. So we are grading Richie Grant. And I will repeat his numbers again: 6 tackles, 2 solo tackles. He assisted on 4 tackles. So we are grading Richie Grant. What do y'all give Richie for his grade yesterday? And again, we're grading Richie Grant, y'all. Scooter gives him a 4. Winston gives him a 5. Daniel gives him a 5. So that boy got to wrap up. Yeah, we did have some missed tackles early in the game. Eric Parker gives him a 5. He did. He definitely did, Winston. And again, we are grading our guy Richie Grant, y'all. Scale of 0 to 10. What grade do you give Richie Grant? And I will repeat those numbers one more time: 6 total tackles, 2 solo tackles. Clay Murray gives him a 4. Chuck gives him a 5.5. Clay says he missed a lot of tackles but did some solid hitting. He's not scared to hit. But like many people have said, he just gotta wrap up when he comes up. Bryant gives him a 5, and I'm gonna be generous. Hey, I could dig it, bro. Davis is incomplete. Didn't see him out of position, but wasn't impactful. I can definitely respect that. So, any other grades for Richie Grant before we wrap him up and tally up the votes here? Um, let's see where he at. We got 4, 5, 4.5, 4.7, 4.8, 4.6, 4.7. Y'all, he about a 4.7, 4.8 if we want to be nice. 4.9 if we just want to show him some love because he's a Falcon. But either way is below average, man. Either way is below average. Not a good game at all. As y'all already indicated, too many missed tackles, bro. Got to be better, man. You got to be better than that, dog. You know, you got to be better. Gonna make us mess around and go draft another safety next year. Got to be better, man. Not a good game at all for Richard Grant. So let's move on to let's go to his tag team partner, the Hulk, Jalen Hawkins. Stat line for Jalen: 6 total tackles, 3 solo tackles, 3 assists, no passes deflected, no interceptions. So, what would y'all give Jalen Hawkins for his grade on a schedule? Not schedule. On a grading scale of 0 to 10, we are grading Jalen Hawkins, y'all. So they better bring their. Daniel said they better bring their pass. Najee Harris will put the boom on you. Yeah. Hey, Najee Harris run like he could be one of our running backs. He run like Tyler Algier. Yeah, damn, not Najee don't play. David gives him a 6. Daniel says being generous with a damn Daniel. That's generous, bro. So I'm being generous with a 3. Good lord. Clayton says same 5. Did some hit and miss some tackles. Yeah, I agree. Eric says a 4. Winston says 5. Missed 2 minute tackles too. Decent game, but it could have been way better. You said that perfect. Scooter says 6. Didn't hear his name to the fourth quarter. That can be a good or a bad thing, right, Scooter? And we are grading the Hawk, Jalen Hawkins. Any other grades coming in for Jalen Hawkins before We tally up the numbers. Jalen Hawkins. Um, Daniel said Hawkins had John Bates in coverage and left him wide open, missed his assignment. So I guess we'll go ahead and count the numbers here for Jalen Hawkins. Let's see here what we got. I got 6. Daniel brought him down with that 3. That's gonna be like a 3.8. 4, 4, 2. Brian says 3 can't keep getting ran over and get more than that. So that's gonna put him. Let me go through that again. Boy, he had about a 3.7, 3.8. Son, that's trash. That ain't even below average. You're in trash territory now, dog. Bro, you gotta get better than that. I mean, you play like trash. It's just a trash game, man. Missed tackles, like Daniel say, missed assignments. Man, was you out there partying all weekend when y'all got up there to the DMV? Like, bro, you gotta be better than that, dog. Hey, ain't no ifs, ands, or but about it. That's just a trash game. Both of our safeties play underwhelming. We lucky we only gave up 19 points. Come on, Hawk. And I like the Hawk too, man. I really mess with the Hawk. Let's go to the captain of the team, Big Grady Jarrett. Big Grady Jarrett had a total 5 total tackles, 1 solo tackle. He assisted on 4 tackles. Also had a quarterback hit, no sacks. I will give you those numbers again. Grady Jarrett, 5 total tackles, 1 solo tackle, assisted on 4 tackles, 1 quarterback hit. And again, we are grading Grady Jarrett. What would y'all give Grady yesterday for his grade? And again, we are grading Grady Jarrett. Thanks. So that's why I had 3 being generous. Who the hell is John Bates? I don't know who that is, but let him score a 30 on you. Winston gives Grady a 8. Grady was hustling. He just needed a running mate. Yeah, Grady mode always be running, bro. He always giving us maximum effort. David gives him an 8. A lot of pressures. Daniel gives him a 7. For Grady, he was out there getting game banged like a virgin at a freight party. Dang, you wild, man. I gotta tell you, you wild. You wild as hell. Scooter said a 7, fighting through the double teams the whole game. Yep. That's the hallmark of Grady Jarrett, fighting through them double teams. Like somebody said, wish he had a running mate, man. Like we keep on messing around. By the time we find him a running mate, he gonna be damn 34, 35 years old. And he gonna be way past his prime. He ain't getting no younger. Eric Parker, 8.5. John Harris comes in with an 8. And we are grading Grady Jarrett, y'all. Grady Jarrett. Any other grades for Grady before we move on? Grading Grady Jarrett. Dan says, excuse me. I speak the truth. I came to bang. We definitely missed Graham yesterday. I can dig it, Daniel. I can definitely dig it. So any other for Grady before we move on? Going once, going twice. So we will tabulate these numbers. Oh, hold on. Brian says 8.5, even with little help. Yep. Hopefully we fix that in the draft, Brian. Hopefully we fix it in the draft. Hopefully we fix it in the draft. Clayton says 6 because he don't have no help. No, he don't, bro. That's the unfortunate thing about it. Taquan Graham looked like he could have been like a bright spot right before he got hurt. So let's tally out these numbers, man. Let's see what we got. 8. We got Grady Jarrett right at about 7.98 because it's Grady and he set an NFL record for sacks in the Super Bowl. We're just gonna call it an 8. So Grady Jarrett got an 8. Very, very good game for you, Grady. Like many have mentioned, we just wish we had better help on that line for you, bro. So you don't have to face so many double teams and occasionally triple teams, and we just wish we had somebody that could take some of that off your shoulders. But like you typically normally do, very good game, very good game. You was a factor. They had the scheme for you. They had to watch you on every play. They offensive line dead and just doing greater stuff. Doing greater things. So good game for very good game for Greater Jared. When the Grady and AK rush on the same side, good things seem to happen. AK is very y'all. Watch AK's hand work. I don't know who he works with his hands, but man, he's very good with his hands, man. He's quick as hell. AK gonna be a baller. So let's move on. Let's move on. Let's see who we got next. Who we got next? This one should be interesting. This one should be very interesting. Let's go to Deion Sanders Jr. Primetime Jr. None other than Mr. Darren Hall. We're going to grade Darren Hall. Shout out to Darren Hall. Darren Hall numbers: 8 total tackles, 3 solo tackles. He assisted on 5 tackles. No sacks, no passes deflected, no tackles for loss. But again, we are grading Darren Hall, y'all. He had a total of 8 tackles. He assisted on 5 tackles, 3 solo tackles. So what would y'all give Darren Hall in regards to his grade for yesterday? What would y'all say for Darren Hall? AK has a spin move. Yes, he do. AK got a lot of stuff in his repertoire, man. I'm looking forward to see how he progress as a Falcon, man. I like AK a lot. We're grading Darren Hall. So what y'all say? Daniel says, if I'm Grady, I'm banging at Terry's desk for help to bring in Sheldon Richardson. Give him some damn help. You can't keep can't bang, boy. You wow. What about Jalen Carter, man? You try to get Jalen? David says a 2 for Darren Hall. Come on, John. John gave the man a -5. Come on, John. Man had 8 tackles. You gonna give him a -5? Come on now, John. Scooter gives him a 2.5. Daniel C gonna get me riled up over there. Hey man, what's your grade, brother? Winston Thorne gives him an 8. Okay. First big grade of the year, I think, for Darren. Clay Murray said 3.5. You gave him 3.5. He needs some milk. What a 3.5 ring right now? About $45. Oh man. Eric Parker says a 5. And we are grading Darren Hall. Brian says Grady Pops for Renomate was on Washington line yesterday, and his last name was Payne. Payne was balling yesterday, man. He was really balling. Things that Hall gets a -9 for me, dude. Straight got bullet, straight dog shit yesterday. I don't care about 8 tackles when he gets bullet. Better hit the weights. Man, he'd be so out of position, man. It'd be. And the thing about it, man, you watch him play, he be trying. It ain't like he ain't trying, but he just ain't, bro. He ain't got it, man. His talent level ain't up there. Dom checking in from YouTube says Darren Hall got trucked. Yeah, man, Troy Anderson got trucked yesterday. Any other numbers coming in for Darren Hall before we tally up these? I don't even think we need to tally up these, man. He might get the all-time lowest grade. Let's see. 0.4. Gotta shoot him to like a 1.4, 1.7, 2.1, 0.4. Thanks to Daniel's -9, John Harris is -5. He got about a 0.4. And I think that's the lowest grade anybody ever got. 0.4, 0.5. He didn't even register a 1. So that's really based on our grading scale, that really means that he needs to retire. He needs to walk in Terry Fontenot's desk, sign his resignation papers, turn in your helmet, turn in your shoulder pads, turn in your knee pads. You can keep the jersey because your name on the back of it, so you can keep that. But all the other Atlanta Falcons merch, just leave it. We'll have the we'll have the guy come in and gather all your things. Your locker will be cleaned out by Wednesday. Equipment manager will see you out. Leave your key fob with the equipment guy. It was nice knowing you. 0.4, that's unacceptable, man. That's unacceptable. And it's even worse for us that we got a guy like that playing them many snaps, playing them many reps. So that reflects poorly on us as an organization because Darren Hall, he just ain't got it, man. He just does not have it at all, not one bit. Um, Robinson thought a mosquito landed on him when he hit. Boy, y'all tripping. Hugh Freeze is Auburn's new head coach, and I can't be more excited. You an Auburn fan, Daniel? All right, so let's move on. Let's go to I would say AJ, but he ain't got no numbers. Let's go to Mikael Walker. Walker, our linebacker. Total of 9 total tackles, 1 solo tackle. He also had 2 pass deflections as well. So total of 9 tackles. He assisted on 8 tackles, 1 solo tackle, 2 pass deflections. And this is for Mikael Walker. So what would y'all give Walker for his grade for yesterday? You know, what do y'all give him for his grade for yesterday? And he also had 1 interception as well. Pardon me, I almost forgot about that. He did have 1 interception, and he took it back for 12 yards. So 1 INT, 1 solo tackle, 8 assists, 9 total tackles. What's y'all grades for Walker yesterday? Excuse me. I forgot, Daniel. You know, you root for all them bad teams other than the Falcons, of course. Winston said my bad the whole prime junior comment made me think. You good, man. You good. Either way, he ain't get past a 1 anyway. You know, we're gonna try to cut him if we can. Yeah, Marlon was a bust, man. He's a ball. Tech Junior. Him and Tech probably best friend, probably. Winston Thornton says 7. He getting better in coverage. Eric Parker says an 8. Clay Murray 7. His situation awareness needs to pick up more. Yeah, I agree on that. He did do better yesterday though. I will give him credit for that. 7 played better as the game went on. Yep. I was just touching on that too, David. Dane says Walker gets a 6. Brian says he gets a 7, and we are grading our guy Mikael Walker or Micah Walker. I hear people say both of them. So either Mikael or Micah, however it's clever, I guess. Boy, Davidson eating on food. Davidson better not be broke by now. I hope he ain't. Because he got like a 2nd-round pick, right? So he got a nice rookie contract from us. So any other grades for Walker? Any other grades for Walker? And we are grading Michael Walker. Any other grades for Walker out there? So let me tally these up here. 7, got an 8, 7.5, 7.5, 7.4, 7.2. So he's right about a 7.1, 7.2. So that's pretty good game. Pretty good game for Walker. You know, they had a turnover too, so pretty good game. Looked like that he was starting to make some improvements yesterday as the game went on. So we'll take that. Pretty good game for you, Walker. You know, we don't pay you a whole lot of money, so we don't really expect you to play like a 10. So we could take that. We could take that. So our last defender we'll do before we move to offense, of course, is going to be the other linebacker, Rashawn Evans, who is Walker's tag team partner, who finished with a team leading by far. And when I say by far, team leading 8 solo tackles. He assisted on 5 tackles, had 13 total tackles. Again, that's for Evans, our linebacker. 13 tackles, 8 solo tackle, 5 assists. So what do y'all give Evans for yesterday for his grade on grading scale from 0 to 10? That's probably what it's gonna be. Probably gonna be a pass rusher. David says a 7. And we are grading Rashawn Evans, y'all. Scale of 0 to 10. Winston Thorne says a 9. His presence was felt. It definitely was. He got a good nose for the ball. Definitely the best linebacker that we got in our linebacker room, man. He normally is gonna make 10 plus tackles every day, every week easily. So again, we are grading Rashawn Evans, y'all. What would y'all give Evans for his grade? Eric Parker says an 8.5. Daniel says 4 from Evans. That man was trying to cover Terry. So any other grades? And we are grading our linebacker Rashawn Evans. All right, so we will tally up those numbers real quick. So give me just a second here. We got a 7, got a 9, 8, 8.2. So he's right at about an 8. So Evans is right at about an 8. That's a good game. That is a good game. Good game. Good game from you. And for the most part, Evans is typically consistent. Like I said a moment ago, you can typically count on 10 plus tackles per game from him. Easily our leading tackle of the year. So another good game from Evans. Another good game. So that's gonna hold on. Clayton says no grade. He haven't proved. I think said haven't proved nothing. All right, so Clayton decided not to grade him on that one. So let's go to the offense then. Let's see what we got on offense here. Let's move up to our offense. Did we throw the ball enough to grade our receivers, y'all? Let me see. A lot of times we don't. Let's just grade Zacchaeus, man, because y'all know we run the ball all day long, so we don't have a lot of passing numbers. So we'll grade Zacchaeus, who had a total of 5 receptions, 91 yards. One of those receptions was real huge in the fourth quarter. 18.2 yards per reception. Longest reception of the day was 45 yards. He was targeted 8 times. So I'll repeat those stats. Zacchaeus had 5 receptions, 91 yards, 18.2 yards per reception. Longest catch of the day was 45 yards, and he had 8 targets. So, what is y'all's grade for Zacchaeus? If y'all put those grades in there, we'll tally those up real quick. And he also had 2 first downs, if that matters. See, David gives him an 8. Dan says Drake gets a 9 for snagging the ball off his shoestring. That was a great catch. Even though he did have a drop on us. I think that was his first drop also of the season, also this year as well. Dan says Zacchaeus gets a 7. So we got an 8 and we got a 7. Any other grades coming in for Zacchaeus? And we are grading our guys Zacchaeus. Any other grade for Zacchaeus? Okay, so let's tally up Zacchaeus' grades real quick. Clay Murray comes in, says he gives him a 7. He clutched the clutch play at a point. Okay, so you gave him an extra point for the clutch play. That was a very it was a clutch play for us, man. It really was. That was a big catch. Great run after the catch, also. Eric Parker gives him a 7.5. He missed the pass that should have been caught, but made up for it in that final drive. You're absolutely correct, Eric. Absolutely correct. So let's tally up the numbers. 8, 7.5. 7.5. Once Thorne gives him a 9, says OZ was balling yesterday. Yeah, he had 91 yards, man. He had a good game. So he's right about a 7.7, 7.8. Very, very good game for Zacchaeus. Very good game for him. And normally when he gets the opportunity, he normally performs for us. So very good game, Oz. We could definitely live with that, brother. So now let's go to our running backs. We won't spend a lot of time with the wide receivers simply because we don't throw the ball a lot. Unfortunately for our wide receivers. So let's go to our running backs. Let me see here real quick before we do that. Okay, let's start off with Tyler Algier, our rookie, who had a total 54 yards rushing on 11 attempts. He averaged 4.9 yards per carry. Longest run of the night or the day, excuse me, was 15 yards. Also gave us 3 first downs. And again, we are grading Tyler Algier, our rookie running back, who had a total of 54 yards on the 11 attempts, 4.9 yards per carry. Longest rush was 15 yards. He had 3 first down. And boy, did he ever punish them dudes every time they try to tackle him. He was laying out some serious punishment. Kind of like a young Jerome Bettis doing some of them runs. Boy, he was laying jokers out. But what y'all give Algier? They said Marcus Mariota hits him astride on that last drive. He hits his head on the goalpost. Yep. That's all about Mariota, though. You know how that go. David says Algier gets a 7. Eric Parker gives him an 8. Says dude is a beast. I like him too, man. I like that rookie, man. That was an excellent draft pick. Excellent draft pick, man. If he was starting on this team and we went so deep in the running back room, he would get over 1,000 yards easy. Scooter Rain gives him a 7.5. Winston Thorne gives him an 8. That man was breaking tackles left and right. He definitely was. Clay Murray 7.5. He got stopped but added 2 yards after contact. Not many opportunities. You correct. Absolutely correct, Clay. Brian gives him an 8. Any other grades for Tyler Algier? We are grading Tyler Algier, BYU. So any other grades for Algier before we count them up here? All right, so let's calculate what we got so far. So Algier, we got him at about 7.5, 7.6. Very, very good game, especially being a rookie. Only having 11 attempts. So that's a very, very good game. And Algier normally plays very good to great. So another good performance from Tyler Algier, man, our sensational rookie. So next, let's go to let's see. We won't grade Huntley. He didn't have enough carries. Um, let's go to Cordero Patterson, CP College Park. Let's go at Patterson. Patterson had a total 52 yards rushing on 11 attempts, 4.7 yards per carry. Longest rush of the day was a 21-yard rush. Patterson also had 3 receptions for 19 yards. The longest catch of the day was 15 yards. And Patterson also had 3 first downs for us as well. So let me give you that again. Cordero Patterson, we are grading, had a total of 3 receptions for 19 yards, 6.3 yards per catch. Longest catch of the day was 15 yards. Patterson also had 11 carries for 52 rushing yards, 4.7 yards per carry. Longest rush of the day was 21 yards. So I ask you, what grade do y'all give for CP? David Stark gives him an 8. Scooter gives him an 8. Winston Thornton gives him an 8. So he ran rugged, very rugged. Eric gives him a 9 to punish it. He should be punishing him too, boy. Cordero Patterson don't mind lowering that shoulder and delivering that hammer to you at all. Clay Murray gives him a 9.5. Clayton was very impressive. Clayton is normally like Daniel, a very tough judge. So Clayton said 9.5. Um, he showed he will play for us, but sometimes he look lost when the audible comes. So that's a 9.5. So any other grades for CP? Any other grades for Patterson? So we will tally up these numbers real quick. Eight, 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 mm, mm. So Patterson about an 8.5, y'all. 8.4, 8.5. Fantastic game. Fantastic game. And we've come to get used to that from Cordero Patterson. Just a fantastic game. Ran the ball tough and rugged for us, like y'all mentioned. Had some very, very key runs. Caught some passes for us. Always is a leader on the field. Just fantastic game. Fantastic Cordero Patterson game. He's always a threat. So great game by CP, as he normally does. So now let's go to like I said, we don't do Huntley. He only had one carry. Um, let's go to Marcus Mariota. We'll start with Mariota's rushing numbers. Mariota carried the ball 6 times. He had 49 yards rushing. He averaged 8.2 yards per attempt rushing. Longest rush of the night was 14 yards. Again, we are grading Marcus Mariota. I'll repeat his rushing numbers. He had a total of 6 rushes, 49 yards. Very, very impressive. 8.2 yards per carry. Longest rush of the day was 14 yards. Passing numbers for Mariota. Completed just 15 passes out of 25 attempts. He had 174 passing yards, which is right at his average. He averaged 7 yards per pass, 1 touchdown passing the ball. Also had the interception that we already talked about. He was sacked 1 time. His QBR was 56.5. His rating was 77.8. I will give you those passing numbers one more time. Marcus Mariota, 15 out of 25, 174 passing yards. He averaged 7 yards per pass. 1 touchdown passing. That one costly interception, which I don't blame him for. He was sacked 1 time. QBR was a 56.5, and his rating was 77.8. What do y'all give our starting quarterback, Mariota? What do y'all give Mariota? David Stark gives him a 6. John Harris gives him a 7. Winston gives him a 7. He got hard, bad, too bad that play he made. Hold on, he got hard, bad play he made after he slipped. Yeah. When he slipped, like he might have been down, but still completed the ball. Completed the pass. Man, that was an excellent play. That was an underrated play. It was so much happened yesterday within the game that play got overlooked. Had we won that game, that would have been talked about and been one of the plays of the game, actually, because that was an exceptional play to avoid the sack, almost fall, get up, and complete the pass. Great play by Mariota. Clayton says, hold on. Clayton says 8. I can't really hit him for following protocol. Yeah, you can't. That's why I said when his fault, Clayton. Can't really give him a demerit for doing what he was told to do, even though it was very unfavorable conditions. What's up, Robert? Gives him a 7. Dare for Days gives him a 6. Scooter Rain gives him a 7.5. Eric Parker gives him an 8. Didn't really have a bad day. Overthrew a player, and the play is why I give him an 8. All right. So any other grades for Mariota before we count them up? Count them up. Let's see. 6.5. 7. So Mariota has he's right at about a 7. His average comes out to be right at about 7. Pretty good game for Mariota. Showed a lot of grit, showed a lot of heart out there. Always follow. We got one more coming in. We got Brian has 8. He did what he was supposed to do. Can't help his coach. Is too stubborn for his own good. Yep, you absolutely correct. So with that grade, that'll actually boost him up to closer to about a 7.2. So very good game for Mariota. Acceptable game. He managed the game well. Didn't really make no mistakes. I'm not blaming him for the last play of the game. That's just a play that shouldn't have been called. Like Brian said, he did what he's supposed to do. So a pretty good game there from Mariota, man. No complaints at all from us. So we're gonna grade our coaches, y'all, and then we're gonna get out of here. Let's see. Let's start with Dean Pease. Dean Pease, Coach Pease. Let's see here. Give me just a second. So since he does the defense, we'll look at Washington's offensive stats. Washington got 20 first downs yesterday. They were 5 out of 12 on third down. They were 1 for 1 on fourth down. They ran a total of 60 plays. Surprisingly, they only had 314 yards total yesterday. They passed the ball. They got 138 yards passing. They were 14 out of 23 passing the ball, 6 yards per pass. They had one interception. They did outrush us yesterday. They had 176 yards rushing on 37 attempts, 4.8 yards per rush. So, and they also kept held the ball for 33 minutes. They did win a time of possession. So, guys, they also scored 19 points. That's the most important stat. What do y'all give Dean Pease for his coaching grade for yesterday? What's y'all grades for Dean Pease? And again, we are grading our defensive coordinator, Dean Pease. Let's see. Scooter gives him a 2. David gives him a 6. Can't blame him for missed tackles. Yeah, you're right. Because we had a bunch of those. Had a bunch of those, unfortunately, bro. Winston gives him an 8. And we are grading defensive coordinator Dean Pease. Any other grade for Pease? John Harris comes in, gives him a 6.5. And this is for Dean Pease. Eric Parker says the 5 pass defense is still horrible. Yeah, and I'm hoping in the offseason, Eric, that we dedicate some of our free agency money toward that. I got a feeling they're gonna kind of draft heavy in the defense also. So I guess we'll cross and talk about their bridge a little bit more once we get there. Clay Murray gives him a 6. Says I need 4 quarters of defense, not 1.5. Great point, Clay. But add point for another opportunity at the end. Correct. Hey, deep. Like you say, defense, they gave us a chance to win, man. They made a stop when they needed to. You right on that, Clay. Robert says 6.5. Wish he committed to the run more because they weren't throwing the ball that much. No, it's funny, Rob. You say that they pretty much trying to beat us at our own game. You know, that's kind of what made that game exciting to me. Even though I was, little pissed we lost, it was an exciting game to watch just as a football fan. Dare for Days is 5. He constantly backs off and plays conservative in the worst moments. I definitely understand where you're coming from there. Definitely, we that soft zone that has haunted Atlanta for what seems like decades now, and I think that's a testament to us just not having the best talent on the defensive side of the ball, and hopefully the new administration can change that. So let's tally up the votes real quick. So, 0.8, 0.7, 6.6. Which says we can't blame him for the players' mistake. He didn't have us out of position, which was the biggest thing. That's very true. Brian says 5. His available talent is matching his scheme, but even with that being said, you have to make something shake. True. 399 yards, blood pressure through the roof. No, man. Falcons gonna keep it blood pressure through the roof, bro. Keep it through the roof. Don says I'm gonna give our running backs room praise. Those guys pound the ground every game. Yeah, man. Every single game. Every game, man. So Coach P's average guys looks like he's around about 6.3, 6.5, above average. Not outstanding, but definitely not the worst we've seen from your defense this year, Peas. A lot of room for improvement. Like few of us said, we won't blame you for the players missing tackles, but at the same time, we're not exactly excited about this defense either. You know, long, long way to go. Long, long way to go. So we will move on to our final person of the day, and that's going to be the most controversial person for the week, which will be head coach Arthur Smith, who also serves as our play caller. We won't go too deep into it. We've already talked about it, but hey, we know what happened the last play of the game. Very, very controversial play call on second and goal. But let's look at our numbers. I won't bore y'all with the details of that what happened at the goal line anymore. The Falcons had 18 first downs yesterday. We were 4 out of 10 on third down for 40%. 0 out of 1 attempt on fourth down. We had 55 total plays. We had 332 total yards. We averaged 6 yards per play. We had 165 passing yards. We also had 167 rushing yards, and we averaged 5.8 yards per rush. In the red zone, we were 1 out of 2, and we had 2 penalties for 20 yards yesterday. And we had the ball for just 26 minutes and 51 seconds. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll ask for your final grades of today. A scale of 0 to 10. What is your grade for Atlanta Falcons head coach Arthur Smith? All right, so let's see what we got. We got David says a 5. Last play call knocked him way down. Yeah, it did. I'm sure many people's grades. Rob says 5 only because from my hand going upside the back of his head. Giving that hot 5. Man, you wild. Win says a 6, second and 4, shaking my head. Yeah, bro. We all like that, man. We are all like that. Man, man, man. There for days says I give Smith a 6. He makes horrible decisions in the red zone. His body language tells me that he absolves himself of blame. I agree with you on that, bro. He absolves himself of the blame, always shaking his head like it's someone else's fault. Also, press conferences be the same thing, bro. He never accepts the blame, never accepts responsibilities, bro. Excellent comment there for days. I agree with you 3,000%, brother. Um, Eric Parker says a 5 would have been an 8.5 if he didn't blow the game with that dumb call. So Eric knocked him way down, and I can definitely dig it on that. Eric, I'm buying the same boat as you, bro. Clay Mercer 1.5. Why can't we score? Kyle Pitts don't have a lot of TDs. I think Pitts got 3, maybe 4 touchdowns in his career for Atlanta. But yeah, any other grades for Coach Pease? I'm sorry, excuse me, Coach Arthur Smith. We're grading Coach Arthur Smith right now. Any other grades? All right, so we'll go ahead and count these up. That's a 5.2, 4. You're right. He did. Even though he don't get a lot of catches, man, his presence is always felt. So we got Coach Arthur Smith is right at about a 4, y'all. So way below average. Borderline trash. And that's mostly due to second and four, which a lot of us are very highly disappointed in, coach. Gotta do better. Gotta do better. Wait, we got one more vote coming in late. John Harris gives him a -7. So that's gonna knock that 4 down to about a 1.7, 1.8 maybe. So that's below 2. So you done went from below average bad to absolutely trash. Terrible job. Horrible situation play calling. We won't say you actually lost us the game, but coach, you had the opportunity to win us the game, and you didn't win us the game. So just trash performance on your part, Arthur Smith. And some of us would like to see you accept some accountability sometimes when you mess up. Again, we're not asking you to apologize to us or say that you're sorry, but sometimes just a simple, that's my bad, won't hurt at all. So, garbage, Arthur. Classic Ride Society says, just curious, didn't that last play look like it was going to work? Wasn't dude wide open if the ball wouldn't have been tipped? If the ball wasn't tipped, we definitely had a good chance to complete the pass. From my vantage point, and also from my opinion, though, like you just don't throw it in that situation. And you probably just came on Classic Ride, but we talked about it. It's just so many moving parts, man. When you passing the ball compared to when you running the ball, and some of those moving parts are somebody jumping and tipping the ball, which results in an interception. There's a lot of things that we take for granted when you pass a ball compared to just handing the ball off. Because when you handing the ball off, really the only thing you got to worry about is getting the snap and the running back not fumbling. When you pass the ball, you got to depend on everybody blocking, not letting anybody in and get sacked. You got to worry about the snap not being fumbled. You got to worry about the quarterback not being sacked and fumbled. You got to worry about somebody not tipping the ball. You got to worry about somebody not intercepting the ball. It's just so many moving parts. When it's 2nd and 4, just hand the ball off. You're averaging 5.8 yards per carry with your running game, and you only need 4 yards to score, and it's only 2nd down. On 4th down, that play call makes a lot more sense, and I don't think anybody would criticize that play call on 4th down. But when you're running the ball like you was running the ball, it's just hard to excuse that. It's real hard to excuse that. No problem at all, Classic Rod, and I appreciate you joining also. Um, if the ball is too, yeah, it rained a little bit yesterday too. Didn't that remind you of Seattle, New England? Yeah, man, look like a carbon copy of it. Hey, y'all, but I'm not gonna hold y'all any longer, man. As always, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate y'all coming in, rapping with your boy, participating in the player grades. We got the Pittsburgh Steelers on deck in the bins. They gonna be deep. They gonna be deep, y'all. So, if you got tickets to the game, if you can, try to go. Hey, but if you flip them for double, triple the value, I ain't mad at you neither, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially with this inflation, we all need every extra dollar we can get. But we got Pittsburgh in the bins, man. Must-win game for the Falcons. Love this team, but we're not climbing out of any kind of 5-8 hole. It ain't gonna happen. So we need to win that game, man. If not, we're gonna come here and talk about the draft next Monday. But it's been real, man. I appreciate everybody. And like I always say, I'll see you the next time I see you.